Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday. It's 8:30 in the morning. We have our graduation lunch today, which is, our big luncheon, end of the year extravaganza. The menu for the luncheon is up here on the board. I'll go over it really, really quickly with you. We're going to do a 45-minute hors d'oeuvre hour consisting of chicken cordon bleu, spring rolls, and that's going to be buttered. We're going to give them assorted rolls, so we're going to be making our rolls today. Mixed greens, microgreens, cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, red onions, and some mushroom. And then we're gonna make an herb vinaigrette with that. For our entree, it's a surf and turf. Sauteed chicken, we're gonna make some shrimp scampi, and then we're gonna make a papaya, mango, and citrus relish. For vegetable and starch, we're gonna do a steamed asparagus and rice pilaf. And to end the event, we're gonna do a fresh apple tart served with vanilla ice cream. I'll break up into groups and then we can get started.
We are going to be doing the graduation luncheon. This is your chance to prove to me you actually learned something this semester. So the theory is that the underclassmen, which is you, are going to do a meal for the upperclassmen as they pass the torch to you. This is the 35th time we're doing this. We're going to engage a little bit in show business. First thing I did when I came in today, I checked some of the props with the dishes. Dishes look great, basic white, kind of big, that's good. Maybe the chef will fill them up. We're going to do just like we talked about the whole semester. It's just like a show. We're going to take this room and transform it into a dining room and a cocktail lounge. So we're going to take those lounge chairs and tables, and we're going to bring them in here, make a little cocktail lounge. We'll line some trees up. And by lining some trees up, we'll kind of separate the room. We don't have any air walls here. We're going to try to set up mostly larger tables. We're going to do a formal American cover, formal American. I do have a copy of the menu. We can peruse the menu real fast.
Making a relish for the jerk chicken. It's tropical fruit, and even though it's tropical fruit, it's going to be a savory relish, so we're going to put some cilantro in here and some salt and pepper and whatever else that Hayden and I think up as we're making it, because chef said just make it taste good. Mangoes have these weird sort of almond shaped pit in the middle, so you cut off one side along the pit the other side along the pit, and then you flip those out and you score in the half. So you can see I'm scoring, and then watch, this is magic. And then we'll just cut that right off. So will this be on
Don't use these yet. Make sure, I don't know if these are on napkins. Find out what station 3, 4, and 5 has. You need to know that. It's going to affect us.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm starting to plate up the salads. We're going to do 75 individual portions. And when I see something that's not very nice, I'm getting rid of it and tossing it in the sink. And so right now what I'm doing is just making sure that we have the right amount on the plate, and then we're going to come back and tidy it up, and then we'll put on the cucumber and the onion and the tomato and the mushroom on top of that, and then just before service we'll dress them with a little squeeze bottle.
Station number 5, we're at 45. How many does station 5 have? Put them on the racks. Put them on the racks. Let me go over this with you very quickly. We're going to be doing some butlering hors d'oeuvres, no problem. First course is a salad, so you're going to have an entree fork and a salad fork. Obviously, you're going to have a dinner knife and a B&B knife. Okay, so, and we have our choices. So you have the perfect dessert to make your life interesting. Your dessert is an apple tart with vanilla ice cream. What do you eat that with? Or fork. We have to go to a French-Russian cover. The reason being is the dessert has what? Fork and spoon. So we're going to put the fork across the top. Remember, the fork goes first, facing the knife, and the spoon goes the other way. And then we're going to kind of hope that when things come down to dessert, they use the fork for the dessert and the spoon for their coffee. So you're doing that French-Russian cover. The B&B knife still goes on the B&B plate. Are these B&B knives, or are these like butter spreaders? They're really butter spreaders. So if you put them down next to the other knife, it kind of looks kind of funky. If we have enough spoons, you should be able to put a coffee spoon down on the right side to balance out the knife.
I'm gonna boil the rice and the water and bring it to the boil and until all the water get evaporate. And after that, I'm gonna wrap it up and put it in the oven. That's for 375 degrees.
Pretty much what we're going to test for here. This is supposed to be our rice pilaf. We want to test for doneness, obviously, of the grain of the rice, and make sure that it tastes okay. And if we need to adjust the seasoning, we adjust the seasoning. Basically, what Locke did was he used 1 part rice to 2 parts water, put some onions, minced onions, and just put some rice in here. Looks pretty good. Give it a test. That's perfect. This is perfect. So as is, what we'll do is we'll cover this again. Then we have a steam table over here, which we just going to put it over there, hold it until it's time and ready for service. When it's time for service, bring it back there. And this will be our starch for our dish today. So what we've done here is we have cooked some penne pasta. This is going to be for our pasta primavera, which is our vegetarian dish. Okay, so we have some penne pasta. We took some tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, asparagus spears, some zucchini, some squash, and some mushrooms. And we've cut them up. Now what we're going to do is we cook the pasta, we've cooled the pasta, so we've cooked, blanched, and what we're going to do now is we're going to add oil. Okay, Robert, what's the reason that we add oil to the pasta?
So the pasta does not stick together.
All right, so since we need to hold the pasta because we're not serving at this moment in time, what we've done, we've cooled the pasta, it's nice and cool, it's cooked al dente with just a little bit of a crunch factor, and then we've incorporated a little bit of olive oil so that the pasta does not stick until it's time to serve. Now what we're going to do is just want to put it in the refrigerator with our vegetables. When it's time for service, then we'll take this out and then we'll make our pasta primavera.
Not understand. Let's go one to a table. The chairs. Okay. Make sure you have side towels.
What we do is we make a staff meal or a family meal. Is where the front of the house and the back of the house gets together. We sit down, we take a good 20-25 minutes to eat. They talk about what's the event's about to go on today. And then after they finish eating, actually clean up, and then we get ready for service. So this will be probably another 20-25 minutes of just relaxing right before the craziness starts.
At this time, you're about to see that we're going to open the doors for cocktails and hors d'oeuvres. As the people arrive, the room for cocktails and hors d'oeuvres is going to serve as a holding area. So this way we don't have people coming in drips and drabs. And everything has to kind of go off like choreographed. We're going to do choreography in the form that what we're doing today is like a play in a theater. And what we're going to actually do is trying to move the people around through 2 or 3 different parts of the event. First part will be reception. Second part will be the actual luncheon. There'll be speeches and presentations, and then we'll work our timing from there. We're supported by Best Supporting Actors in the back, which is the culinary staff. Everybody seated here today is a graduate of the program, and those serving them are potentially graduates for next year. Wish us luck.
So we're about to start our hors d'oeuvre hour. And again, for what we have for hors d'oeuvre hour is chicken cordon bleu, which is just chicken breast that's been pounded out. And it's stuffed with ham and cheese. And then we roll it up into a little ball, cut it with some breadcrumbs, and then deep fry it. So we already deep fried it, so what we're gonna do is just make sure that they're cooked all the way, and we just put them into the oven so it cooks all the way. And the second item is spring roll. The spring roll is rice wrap. It has julienne, carrots, zucchini, squash, and cabbage, and we roll it up, deep fry it, and then the same thing, we're just placing it into the oven to make sure that it cooks all the way. We call this butler service. And what butler service means is you'll actually have a server walking around with the hors d'oeuvres here. So we'll have one specifically for the chicken cordon bleu, and then one specifically for the spring roll. So we sent out the first flow of hors d'oeuvres. So initially the people are gonna start eating. They probably eat it, a lot of it right now, and then it slowly slows down. So this is what we like calling is the hurry up and wait part of the luncheon. So everyone's hurrying up to get the food out there. Now everyone just starts slowing down because they now are tasting their food.
In just a few moments, I'm going to be opening the cocktail and hors d'oeuvre room. After the reception area is open, they'll then be allowed in for the main event. We're using this as a cushion for us as well as for the kitchen. But if we overdo this, this will actually hold the kitchen back, and that could create some, God forbid, overcooked food, or even worse, overtime. So in just a few moments, we're going to move the trees and turn them loose. Keep an eye on what we do.
Six. How many? Four.
Salad course is going down. That's the first course. Right after the salad is served, we're going to get ready to cue the kitchen for entrees. We're going to ask them to fire the entrees because the salads are leaving the room. We're going to allow for 7.5 to 12 minutes for that salad to be consumed before we start pulling it back. When the salad is pulled back, the entree will come out.
about to tell us what.
You probably feel like
Okay, in the next minute now, we're going to try to pick up the salad course and tell the kitchen we're ready for entrees. But we have to choreograph the two. We don't want to create a lull anywhere throughout the event, and we want to maintain the continuum.
someone check the chicken. The plate goes on the table. You don't move it. Just slide it down there, okay? So rice is going to go right in the middle. Nice, good amount of rice. Right in the middle. One piece of chicken. Okay? Nice and high on the rice. 2 pieces of shrimp. Right on the bottom. Like so. Okay? 3 pieces of asparagus. Just like so, just like that. All right? So I'm going to leave this as our show plate, and then the relish goes just like that, just a little bit of relish. Okay, we want to keep it inside the border, nothing on the outside. I'll stand right here, make sure that this is completely clean. Okay, everyone good?
Keep it quiet, pick up the trays, and move on down.
What do you need salad dressing for? I don't care that, we're doing this now. Let's go. First, how many? 5. Let's go, and let's keep it consistently a nice pace. Okay? Mark.
Because I am graduating from the Hospitality Management program here at Community College of Philadelphia.
I'm graduating in 2 weeks from the culinary department, and also I'm getting a degree in culture, science, and technology.
I'm a double major, hospitality, management, and culinary art.
To celebrate my graduation from the culinary department.
I'm transferring over to Widener in the fall for their hospitality management program.
And after this, I want to pursue my bachelor's degree at Drexel University.
Well, I'm going to pursue nursing in the fall, but I'm also going to go for my bachelor's in culinary as well.
I recommend this program to anybody. It's a lot of fun, and you'll make memories and friends that you'll never forget.
What it does is actually open up the doors for you, you know, where people begin to look for you.
It's very professional. They have very professional teachers and educators.
This will be the place where a person can actually get that intimate personal training.
The meal was really good. I'm really proud of my classmates.
It's wonderful food.
It was excellent.
Very happy with the service so far. They're doing good.
Last year, I was in their shoes, nervous and filling wine glasses and serving my classmates.
Much better than last year, I think.
Excellent. It was great. I love shrimps.
so far we're going like clockwork. Cocktail hour is over. Salad course has been served. Entree has been served and removed. So now we're moving into a dessert. Now dessert is 1 part pie, 1 part ice cream. The ice cream is a bit of a complicator because we have to get it served promptly before there's any meltdown. The table setting has been set up with a French-Russian cover that has both a spoon and a fork above the plate for the purpose of dessert. So the person has their choice of either using the spoon or the fork for dessert, and then that will be followed by coffee service.
So, what we have here is our dessert for this afternoon's graduation event. It's an apple tart. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to prepare ahead of time. So this is our way of getting around that. So we prepared these yesterday, and then today what we're doing is just assemble them just like we have here. Assemble them, and then we're gonna just flash them in the oven, get them nice and warm, give it a nice scoop of ice cream, and then put it on the plate and send it out.
Get those desserts down, As soon as the entire room has got their coffee and desserts on the table, we're going to the last part of the speeches and presentation. But so far, things couldn't be better.
So let's summarize today's luncheon again. We did a total of 65 people. Graduation, unbelievable job, comments, all very good comments. We had 2 children that we didn't expect. So we had Lockie had to make some butter pasta for them. They loved it. We had the gluten-free, Kelsey, which she was graduating, so we handled that pretty well. I think you guys did an awesome job. Awesome job through the whole semester. I think that you picked up and you've learned new things. Every week there was a new experience to learn, something, how to improve, how to make it a little bit better, how to utilize your time efficiently. And I think that's what it comes down to in this industry. There's nowhere else I think I'd rather be on a Wednesday afternoon than here with you guys. But congratulations, you guys did a wonderful job. I think all of you deserve a round of applause. So please give yourselves a round of applause for the great job.
Okay, great job, people. You couldn't have been better. Let's have a big round of applause.